Lavoie will come out to take it. He's got Arnaud Durando and Filip Zadina out there on his wings. Titan will play that one deep into the Zadina, who let a shot go right off that draw. Nice clean win. As Pickard forced to steer that one aside. Back to Kite at the line. He'll let a shot go. That was kind of deflected on the way through. Trying to work it back to the line. There was Zadina, but he'd lost an edge. Zadina back on this puck for the Mooseheads down in the corner. Had tried to cycle over there for Durando. Kite pinches in. He'll take a bump from Malatesta. Raphael Lavoie on it here for the Moose. Puck kind of bouncing on them down there in the Acadie Bathurst end as the Titan will clear it back into Mooseheads territory. Jared McIsaac takes a bump down below us from Jeffrey Viel. Viel looking for that puck in front here as going to work down below us is Ethan Crossman. Jared McIsaac up the left side there. Perron couldn't handle that puck. Zadina will just take it to the box for Bathurst. So a big power play opportunity here, and as always, this power play brought to you by Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads. Big save below us from Alex Gravel as the Titan came in on short-handed. Good opportunity for them as Fortier will recover this puck, takes it back the other way, off the wall to himself, pulls up down to the corner, back to the line now for Durando. Durando now dishes off for McIsaac. He'll work it over. Shot toward the net from Zadina. That's wide. Durando on that puck. He'll work it back to Fortier at the line. Over now for Jared McIsaac. McIsaac through traffic. He was looking for the tip of Durando. Zadina applying a little bit of pressure there, but Bathurst able to relieve that pressure. They'll clear it out. Gravel out to stop this puck. Leaves it back here now for McIsaac. McIsaac taking his time. Plays it ahead for Grew. B.O. Grew turning on the Jets as he gets into the Titan end. Had tried to work it over for Fortier. I'm not sure if Fortier was expecting it here as Durando will keep it in at the line. Stepping in. Dishes off. Back to Jockton Cheney now at the point. Cheney dishes off. 45 seconds left on this Mooseheads power play. As Cheney works over for Fortier, there's a pad save from Riley Pickard as he kicks out the leg. Fortier, that puck will roll back to Cheney at the line. Jockton Cheney now taking his time with it. Working it over. Filip Zadina over for Fortier. Fortier lets one go. That was blocked. Getting down in front of that one was Dawson Theed. Durando will play it back to Cheney at the line. Cheney pauses. Dishes off. Just 17 seconds left in this Mooseheads power play. Grew able to work it over for Fortier on the left side. Back to the line now for Cheney. For Fortier. He let a shot go. That was wide. Fortier on the back end toward the net. A shot. They score! Filip Zadina. Welcome to Halifax.
With 3 seconds remaining on the power play, Filip Zadina converts that cross-crease pass, and a beautiful cross-crease pass it was. Great puck movement on that power play by the Mooseheads. It was starting to look like the best chance might have been for Bathurst on that little break on the dangle on McIsaac, and a great save by Gravel, but just a great backhand pass there over to Zadina, and he makes no mistake on that one.
Spent his season with the Pembroke Lumber Kings. Lumber Kings in that CCHL. So Moosehead certainly happy to get Patty Kite. And talking with Coach Sylvain Favreau, said that Kite was probably the second best defenseman in that league. So that was a big get in the offseason for Halifax. Gravel's going to leave this one back here for Ryan Barboza. Another player that came over from that league. Another free agent signing. He'll play it up the right side for Raphael Lavoie. Lavoie stepping in. Puck rolls off of his stick as Zadina picks it up down there in the Bathurst corner. Zadina looking for it. Elijah Francis will knock that one off the wall. Lavoie knocking it down, though. Still has it here on the backhand and going to skate it right into Francis. Jockton Cheney now stepping in. Centers out front for Lavoie. Shot and a big save there from Riley Pickard as Jockton Cheney did a spectacular job of spotting Raphael Lavoie, setting him up in the slot. Great opportunity there. Now a chance the other way for Bathurst as Malatesta will pull up. Cheney got in his lane though, blocked that one. Filip Zadina on this puck here for Halifax. Pulls up down behind the net. Filip Zadina takes his time. Up ahead now for Bishop off the wall. Quickly played back in by Fortin. Gravel loaded prospects heading into the NHL entry draft next June. Puck will be lobbed down into the Mooseheads corner. Cooper Jones plays it up the right side. Zadina tries to slip it ahead for Lavoie. Up to Durando. Durando kind of muscled off that puck by Elijah Francis. Lavoie will carry it back in. Just plays it down toward the Titan corner. Durando lets a shot go. That was blocked in front there. Getting in that lane was Louis-Philippe Fortin. There's a shot from Lavoie. Titan will try to recover this puck. Looking for it down there is Ethan Crossman. He's knocked off of it though. Filip Zadina in the corner here. Taking his time with it. Tried to center for Lavoie. It rolled past him as Jones will keep it in at the right point. Throws it out front. Zadina looking for it on the backhand and off the post. What an effort there by Filip Zadina as he tried to slip one past Pickard. Raphael Lavoie, he'll take a bump in front. Dawson feed lane. Riley Pickard. Bathurst coming back the other way now. Got a one hand on the stick. Justin Ducharme trying to center that puck. He had Antoine Morin coming down the left side. Trying to help him out. Big game for Ducharme against Halifax. There's Zadina, a shot, he scores! Filip Zadina! Another goal here in the first period. And what a start here for Filip Zadina. His first game on home ice at the Scotiabank Center. This guy came to play.
Zadina started that shift with a real nice takeaway down low where with Bathurst trying to establish a little bit of pressure. He took it away, moved it off. He and Raphael Lavoie made their way up the ice, and it was a nice pass to Zadina, who didn't have a whole lot of room to put that puck, certainly. And he ripped that one right up into the top corner, just over the blocker of the goaltender, Pickard. And he gets his second and puts the Moose up 3-0, a commanding lead in the first.
Pair of goals now here this evening for Zadina. He's got 3 on the year, 7 points through his first 4 games, so quite a start as Filip Zadina will skate it back the other way now for Bathurst. Rolls one into the Mooseheads end. VL, he'll take a bump back there as Arnaud Durando picks it up. Nice long pass up the right side. Filip Zadina pulls up inside the blue line. Zadina already looking for the hat trick here this evening. A pair of goals for him. He's got 3 on the year right now as the Titan will take it back the other way. Puck rolls around the boards. Kind of pitching in there is Fortin. He had Durando pressuring him along the half wall on the Mooseheads end. Zadina on it now. Plays it up the glass on the right side. It rolls out to center. And Samuel L'Italien completing the hat trick on Wednesday night. Scoring the final one with, well, it was an empty net goal for him as Coach Midgley had pulled Samuel L'Italien and then Jeffrey Viel, as you saw, just whacking, whacking at that puck. It rolls through the wickets of Gravel, and that's going to put, it's going to make this a 1-goal hockey game in the late going of this first period. That goal does indeed stand. So 3-2 the score right now. 30 seconds left on the clock as Patty Kite pokes that one away from Viel, and then takes a big hit from Viel as well as Raphael Lavoie tries a couple of crafty little moves in tight. Out front now for Zadina. He whacks one toward the net. That was blocked on the way through by Viel. Puck is going to roll around the boards now. Durando, some pressure. Zadina looking for that one. And with 6.9 seconds to go here in this opening, up behind the Titan net, up the center of the ice for Murphy. Murphy, he's over the blue line. Loses control there, and that'll be cleared out to neutral ice as Lavoie is out of the box. Back to 5-a-side hockey in the early going. A good kill for the Mooseheads.
Yeah, real good work, good forechecking on that one, and a great save by Gravel there as well to keep the Mooseheads ahead in this one.
Holwell looking for it. It was taken away from him, though, by Lavoie down in the T-Tac corner. Keenan McIsaac will play it off the glass, able to get that one out as that goes all the way back down to the Mooseheads end. 17:38 to play here in the second period. The Herd on top 3-2 as they look to recover this puck. Lavoie will skate it into the T-10 end. Kind of dropped off there for Durando, but stripped away and taken back the other way by Malatesta. He comes down the left side, lets a shot go. That looked like it caught a piece of Gru's stick on the way.
Yeah, and Morand, I think the hit from Morand on Fortier was a little bit more blind side. I don't think that Fortier had seen him coming at all. And the
on that sequence, and for Morand, as we mentioned, an Anaheim Ducks draft pick, taken 60th overall last year. Pretty valuable player to this T10 team. A booster juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads. Puck wrapped around the boards now. Zadina on it. Tried to play it back to the point. That one hit Rayfield. 2-minute holding call to him. As the Mooseheads have all kinds of room out here. A 5-on-3 power play brought to you by Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads. McIsaac works over for Fortier. Down low now for Durando. Back to the line for Fortier. Max Fortier returns it to Durando, looking to the side of the net there. That puck will roll out for McIsaac. He let a shot go as Durando had been looking to feed one over backdoor for Gru a little earlier. Fortier lets a shot go, and a big save there.
That's when they're on the power play.
Zadina, Gru, and Durando out there right now. Fortier and McIsaac on the blue line as Zadina will play it back to Fortier. Over for McIsaac. Those two trying to set each other up for the one-timers here. As Zadina, he was looking backdoor for Gru. McIsaac will keep it in at the line. Dished off for Fortier. Fortier, long pass for Gru. Gets a shot offside of the net. That puck bounces over Zadina's stick as he just took a whack at that one, tried to basically one-time that one in. And just a great opportunity for the native of Pardubice, Czech Republic, looking for the hat-trick here in his first home game as a Halifax Moosehead. Back to the point now for McIsaac. Looks down low for Gru. Gru steps out, takes it back, kind of circles around. Durando lets a shot go. Pickard shutting the door on that one as the puck will roll back down to the Mooseheads end. Just 5 seconds left on that penalty to Lecouf, and we'll still have a 30-second man advantage here, a 5-on-4 as the T-10 get Lecouf back out there. Durando will dish off for Zadina. Some nifty moves there, but he was looking for Fortier. Elijah Francis getting his stick in that lane as Theo Gru heads back. Nice little back check on L'Italien. Tried to strip him, but L'Italien able to spins. Plays it up the right side. Trying to take it back the other way. There is Meunier. Mooseheads back on it now. Up the right side. Noah Dobson trying to get his stick in that lane. Justin Ducharme will retrieve this puck for Bathurst. Carries it in over the Herd blue line toward the net. That's going to roll wide. The Mooseheads recovering that puck. They'll try to take it right back the other way. Nice job there by Filip Zadina to wrap that one around the boards. Down in the Bathurst end. Lavoie on it. He'll let a shot go. Just missed there as he wristed one wide. Puck will roll back down to the Halifax zone. Patty Kite, quick little partner pass there for Cheney. The Mooseheads quickly try to break out the other way. Keenan McIsaac, a little dangerous play there as he's stripped by Zadina. Zadina looking for Lavoie on the slot. That was picked off by Malatesta. Malatesta trying to spot VL up around the Mooseheads blue line. Fortin. A little bit of room now for him as Fortin will carry it up the right side. The defenseman jumping way up into the play. Has it taken away, though, just inside the Herd zone. Fortin back on it at center. He'll dump it in and then took a big check.
After having made the save, and Rayfuse kind of skated right through his upper body there.
Goaltender interference penalty there for Cole Rayfuse. And a power play opportunity, a Booster Juice power play opportunity. As this power play is always brought to you by Booster Juice, the official smoothly of the Halifax Mooseheads. Zadina tries to center toward the slot area there for Grew. He quickly tried to tap it back to McKenzie, but that's going to get past him at the blue line. McKenzie will have to turn back, and he'll make his way down toward the T10 end now as he pulls up. He's got Dobson on him. Back to the point for Zadina. Quickly over for Fortier. Fortier had a little bit of difficulty controlling that puck as Zadina will dish off for Durando. Back to Zadina. Filip Zadina quickly to Durando, to Zadina once again. Mooseheads looking to set up here with the extra man as McKenzie has it now. A shot, that one's up and over the net. Filip Zadina getting the one-timer off there, and Max Fortier just leveling Jeffrey Viel. Out front now for Zadina, and a big block there in front as Dawson Feed got right in that lane. McKenzie down low for Grew. Grew over now, side of the net for Fortier. Puck out front for Zadina. To the line to McKenzie. He steps out, lets a shot go. Fortier looking for it, as is Durando. Out now for Grew. There's a shot that hits a man. And Dawson Feed will clear that one all the way down into the Mooseheads end. And what a sequence there for Halifax.
Boy, a lot of puck movement on that one. We've said the puck movement has been great for the Mooseheads on this power play. Having a tough time getting the shots through the net. Some great shot blocking by the T10.
Kite will dish it back to the line now for Jockton Cheney. Mooseheads trying to get some time this period. Back to five-a-side hockey. 15:30 to go in this final frame. Jockton Cheney pinches in. Rolling puck. Perron with it now. He steps in. Perron. That puck is just going to kind of bounce off of his stick as he'll leave it for Zadina. Filip Zadina dishes off. A shot. That one's going to be ripped wide there by Xavier Perron. Lots of skill out there as Perron has a chance to play now with Zadina, able to slip it over for him. Lavoie with it now. Lavoie in a low, pulls to the backhand and couldn't quite finish that play as the Mooseheads really moved the puck well on that last sequence. Justin Barron will dish off. That was picked off, and Titan will recover and take it back on the attack. Justin Ducharme on the backhand now. He'll go around the net, play it back to the point. Fortin kept it alive there at the line for Bathurst. Plays it down toward the corner. Cooper Jones digging away for the Mooseheads. Jordan Marr on it. He takes a shove there from Justin Barron. Fortin can't keep that one in at the left point there. McKenzie back to retrieve it for Bathurst. He's got Pettin pressuring him. Pettin, a couple of little hooks in there as he tries to get that puck from Keenan McKenzie. Up the left wall now for Jeffrey Viel. He'll dish off. Marr comes first period after carrying much of the play in the first 20.
Yeah, a couple of very strange goals that Bathurst scored. One off of the hopped off the stanchion out front when Gravel had gone to try to play it behind the net, and then another one that was just kind of batted in, and Bathurst has stuck with it here, and now they've managed to tie it up.
11 minutes to play here as Barron tries to throw it up the left side for Durando. He got a stick on that one as Fortin takes a big bump back in the T10 end. Durando looking for it. He's helped out by Zadina. That puck will roll up the half wall. Crossman trying to freeze that one around along the boards rather. Crossman off the glass. Justin Barron gloving that one down at the line. He'll step in, lets a shot go. Took a little bump there from Crossman. Barron back on it here for the Mooseheads. Toward the net, a shot, they score! Otrikar back during his rookie season in 2014-15. Came over in a trade that included his brother Campbell. Campbell Pickard named the captain of the Truro Bearcats this season. Had a big night last night. 4-goal performance for Campbell Pickard in that one in the Maritime Junior A Hockey League. So a great night there as Lavoie lets one go. Looked like may have caught a bit of iron there as it's worked back to the point. Over now for Cheney on the left side. He'll lob one off the end boards. Bouncing puck. Durando tried to throw that one out front. Back to the point now for Jones, letting one go, and a save there from Pickard. He'll cover up and hold on.
Zadina, Durando with the go-ahead goal, and they'll try to make something happen now with 6 minutes to go.
Ryan Barboza and Jared McKenzie out there on the points right now. Lavoie letting a shot go. That was blocked on the way through. So will be cleared up ahead, and a little bit of room now for the Titans. That's directed toward the net. Gravel taking a bump there from Murphy, who tried to get the handle on that centering pass from Cole Rafuse. To Rondo around the net of Gravel. He'll play it up the right side. Worked over now for Raphael Lavoie. Lavoie will play it toward the Titan end. Back on it here is Keenan McIsaac. Throws it up by the Halifax bench. Bouncing puck out at neutral ice. Jeffrey Viel on it here for Bathurst. Rolls it out, perhaps trying a penalty in the process. Kind of got tripped up there as he crossed the Mooseheads blue line. No call though. Filip Zadina will chip that one down toward Riley Pickard, and with Raphael Lavoie.
Filip Zadina out there once again, of course, sitting on 2 goals that came back in the first period of play. And he's looked good all night, particularly in the first with those goals and a few other great chances. But he's been all over the puck. And the thing about him, I find, is he's always in a good position to make something happen as soon as the possession changes and the Mooseheads get the puck.
Titan will dump that one all the way down into the Mooseheads end. Gravel had come out to play it, but play will...
Just to continue on Zadina for a moment, it's the little things, you know. He's very good at getting in lanes and very aware of what's happening on the ice as well. A little earlier we saw a nice play where he picked it up on the wall in the neutral zone. Most players would try to get the red line and dump it in. He just did a one-touch pass back into his zone to a streaking Raphael Lavoie.
Zadina trying to strip Dobson there. Durando will snap a shot off. Looked like Pickard got a piece of that one with the blocker, and that face-off earlier taking place at center ice. Looked like the officials corrected their call a little earlier as the Titan will try to break out. Chip down toward the Mooseheads end. Murphy looking for it back there. Mooseheads able to knock it around the boards. Durando trying to chip it up ahead. Raphael Lavoie passing that one off. He's working it over for Barron, who will drop it off for Zadina. Cuts to the middle, a shot. And 2 Titan players looking in behind Riley Pickard as he does make the save there. Minute 39 to go. Zadina looking to complete the hat trick in the late going at this one.
Yeah, nice rush there for the Moose. A nice pass by Raphael Lavoie to find a streaking Justin Barron, who's looked great in this game. He got the blue line and just kind of flipped the puck off on his backhand to Zadina, who was waiting for it, and took his defenseman to the net. A nice shot for Zadina.
As time expires here at the Scotiabank Center. A big 4-3 win for the Mooseheads, and we'll let the fans take this one away. Islanders send Raphael Lavoie out to take that draw. Zadina tries to center there for Lavoie. Couldn't get much on that shot as it's taken away by Grucci. Mooseheads back in control now. Zadina will let one go in front. Following up on that rebound after Durando let a shot off. Lavoie in the corner with it. It'll be taken away by Grucci. He plays it up the right wing. Jared McIsaac, little partner pass there for Patty Kite. Kite back to McIsaac. McIsaac up the right side. That hit Zadina. Pio Joseph knocking that one back down toward the Mooseheads end as McIsaac pulled the line by Matthew Grucci. Patty Kite worked it up for Zadina. He quickly slapped it across the ice. Pass didn't connect as Blademan Dixon will steer a shot aside. Crosley leaves this one back here for Jared McIsaac. McIsaac taking his time with it. Tried a little head fake move there on Meisenheimer. McIsaac able to knock that one up to neutral ice. The Islanders will recover it, but turn it right over to Raphael Lavoie as he carries it in over the blue line. Unfortunately for him, Filip Zadina a few steps inside.
The name screams Russian. His father Igor played pro hockey, and Nikita was actually born in Germany and has grown up playing in German leagues. So one to keep an eye on. He's in the 2019 NHL entry draft.
Cheney up the right wing for Max Fortier. He gets the legs going as he enters the zone off the boards. Bo Grew looking for that puck down there around the boards. That gets past Filip Zadina, and it rolls out to neutral ice. Jared McIsaac will have to turn back to scoop this one up. Moves it up ahead for Arno Durando. Durando, he's got some speed as he makes his way in. Takes a little bump there from Hunter Drew, who lined him up. This little check there to alleviate the pressure from Arnaud Durando. Jared McIsaac up the right side for Filip Zadina. He'll bank it off the end boards. Welsh out to play it. Tries to wrap it up the wall. Jared McIsaac on it now. Back to Fortier at the point. McIsaac with it. A shot. And lots of traffic there in front. Another shot there from Zadina as he rips it wide. Matt Welsh will cover up here. 12:29 to play in this first period. Not a bad power play there for the Mooseheads.
Yeah, a couple of nice opportunities. A great opportunity there for Filip Zadina to fire a shot on goal. A trigger man if there ever was one. And a great play by him along the boards as well to knock down that clearing attempt by Welsh to keep that play alive and generate those opportunities.
Lavoie is going to win that one cleanly back to Barron as he plays it over for Cheney. Cheney, little partner pass for Barron. Back to Cheney now as he'll make his way up the left side. Had stepped around Grucci, had played it up the right wing for Durando, but Zadina on his right side, Durando on his left. Cheney and Barron remaining on the points right now for this Mooseheads team. Filip Zadina. Ton on it for the Islanders. He's got Higgins all over him. Doyen will try to help out Case Ton. Jones up the right side for Zadina. Zadina kind of had Thomas Casey all over him there on that right wing. A little turnover here right onto the stick of Case Ton. Ton behind the net, throws it out front. A nice pass there and a big save by Man Dixon as Doyen had a fantastic opportunity in the slot. Raphael Lavoie is going to win this draw back cleanly. McIsaac behind the net for Patty Kite. Kite will lob it right up the middle there. Kind of a dangerous play as the Islanders will throw it around the net. Hit around the boards, rather, as a little battle ensuing down in the corner now. Zadina's going to kick it out to neutralize. Egan, a partner pass as the Islanders lob it back down toward Man Dixon. He gets the goal.
Probably even getting over the center ice line at this point.
Jockton Cheney, he'll pull up in the corner as the Mooseheads still trying to break out here. Finally up the left wing for Zadina. He'll throw it cross ice for Durando. Durando, a wacky one on the back end, and then having to dish off now as Lavoie makes his way in. A shot, he scores! Raphael Lavoie! They're going to make you pay.
Yeah, all it takes is one quick play, and it's in the back of the net. Just a great tip pass there. And I believe that was Filip Zadina who just kind of reached out and tapped that one over to Raphael.
Vesterainen on it now behind the net. Dishes off. Islanders looking to break out now. Barron will play it off the boards. Islanders back on this puck now as Grucci will work it back to the point. Joseph over for Vesterainen. Back to Joseph. He winds up in a huge block there in front as Joel Bishop sacrifices the body. Like he may have got that one around the knee. Those always sting. It's Bishop, though, right back up, trying to get a stick in that lane to pick off a pass. Barron on it now for Halifax. Tries to create a bit of space for himself. He'll work it up ahead over for Lavoie, who can't quite handle that pass. Lavoie battling down with Vesterainen, who will come away with that puck. Behind the net for Joseph. Back to Vesterainen. 3:47 remaining here.
Choose the undefeated champion in clean, deep down cleaning services. Visit the showroom at 70 Crane Lake Drive in Bears Lake.
Welcome back to Dartmouth Dodge Halifax Mooseheads hockey here at News 95.7. A minute 55 remaining here in the first period. Raphael Lavoie just took a big bump from Taylor Egan as he tried to move that puck up into the Islanders' end. Patty Kite on it now. He'll play it up the right side for Filip Zadina. Just works that one down toward the corner as Egan's on it there for Charlottetown. Dishes off for Kyle West. Zadina battling down there. Gets upended down the Islanders' corner. Barrett decision for Zadina. Out now for Lavoie, trying to get the one-timer off. Didn't quite cut the wood on that puck that he would have liked as Taylor Egan recovers that puck behind the net. Plays it up the left side now. Kyle West rubbed out along the boards there by Cooper Jones. Some room now for Barrett Decision as he carries it back the other way. Joel Bishop trying to leave it there for Filip Zadina. Perhaps a little miscommunication as Meisenheimer works it up. Ahead there for West, he'll chip it deep, and Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads, but with just 3.5.
He just kind of tapped that one over the blue line. His check was all over him. All he could really do was just reach out and poke the puck to an open Raph Lavoie, who walked in and sniped that one. So some nice awareness by Zadina.
Halifax starting this second period on the man advantage. Of course, a penalty handed out to Hunter Drew at the end of the Fortier, and McIsaac on the point as McIsaac will play it down the half wall for Zadina. Down low for Durando, tries the little wraparound move there. Gonna bank that one in, or bang it home, I should say, at the side of the net as Zadina pulls up, looking for Durando, but he's got Vestarainen all over him. Those two kind of tangling there as McIsaac will keep it in. At the right point, a shot toward the net. Welsh making, and Grew remaining out there with Durando and Zadina. It's one back to McIsaac at the point. He'll play it over for Max Fortier at the line. Back to McIsaac. McIsaac's got Meisenheimer all over him as he's able to work it down for Zadina. Grew back to McIsaac. Zadina again now trying to work it toward that slot area. Zadina on it now. Back to McIsaac at the point. A shot. Pad save there by Welsh as he was able to steer it aside. Fortier's going to kind of mishandle it there at the blue line. He had Meisenheimer on him. Meisenheimer coming down the left side. Pulls up, cuts to the middle. He's got it in the backhand. He'll direct one toward the net. It looked like hit Max Fortier as P.O. Joseph on it here. P.O. Joseph named captain of this Islanders team last week after returning from the Arizona Coyotes training camp. Drafted 23rd overall by the Coyotes. At last time at the line, he'll have to turn back. Joseph up the right side there for Getson. That puck hit a body, and turning back now is Joseph. Kind of got tangled up with Joel Bishop, who will lose his stick in the process. Getson gives Zadina a little cross check, knocks him over down in the Islanders' end as it's taken back the other way now by William Bauer. Vestarainen lets one go through traffic. Man, Dixon having to make a save there as Getson whacked one toward him. Vestarainen off over there for Getson. Quickly back to the point. Big pile up there now at the side of the net. A bit of a different pace, though, to this game, Cameron, than we saw last night in that big 4-3 victory over the Titans.
Yeah, the
officials today. The referees Josh McCormick, Todd Demander, Chris Ivanko, and McKenzie Skinner manning the lines here today at the Scotiabank Center, out to neutralize. Egan on it now for the Islanders. And pressured a bit there by Durando. Played back at the Mooseheads end as Barboza will try to skate it back the other way. Up the wing for Zadina. Zadina making his way down toward the Islanders' corner. Takes a little bump from Clavel down there as Egan plays it up the right side. Knocked out to neutralize. A bouncing puck. McIsaac tried to settle it, but ended up playing it over toward Clavel. Pitching in is Egan, trying to keep it into the Mooseheads' end. Not quite able to do so, though, as that puck will roll toward him. In the Islanders' zone now, Clavel up the left wing. Who tries to leave it for Joseph. Joseph up the left side now. Johnson will dump that one in. Bauer, a little pass over for Meisenheimer. Durando now down the left wing. Durando tries to center there. Nobody at the side of the net as that one went right through the crease. Bauer will dish off now for Johnson. He's in over the Mooseheads blue line. Snaps a shot. That's off the end board. Zadina looking for it. Zadina kind of forcing the turnover there as this puck will roll toward the half wall, and then it'll be cleared out by the Mooseheads. That goes Halifax now in transition as Zadina will play it off the boards to himself. He's coming in there 1-on-4. Zadina trying to go to work, but it'll be taken away by Massey. Throws it up the right wing now for Alexandrov as the Islanders look to even.
Opportunity for Charlottetown, but back in the Moose zone now.
Arnaud Girondo was trying to swat that one over for Lavoie, but that puck will be kept in at the blue line. Zadina just knocking it out to neutral ice now as Girondo tries to let a shot go, and that was blocked initially, but followed up and found that puck and kind of let a weak one go, but it just missed the far post. Bauer will dump that out to neutral ice. Back the other way, here comes Johnson. Johnson pulling up, plays it off the end boards. Zadina back to scoop this one up for Halifax. Girondo letting one go. And Matt Welsh will be forced to hold on to that.
Just kind of a bit of a plodding pace here in this second period.
Filip Zadina taking this one down the right wing. He's got Joseph all over him. Out now for Cheney. Cheney, a couple of moves there as he makes his way into the slot. He's dumped in front, and that will lead to a Mooseheads power play here. Girondo, McKenzie also out there. Fortier and McKenzie, of course, on the point. McKenzie will keep that one in the right side. Dishes off now for Zadina. Down low for Girondo. Arnaud Girondo. Has that one stripped away by Theo Joseph. He'll clear it all the way into the Halifax end as Dixon will leave it back there now for McKenzie. Jared McKenzie up the middle. That's going to hit Grew. The pinch up was Fortier from the boards, and that one went all the way down to the Mooseheads end. Just under a minute to play here in the second as this one will be worked up the boards for Getson. Getson now on the back end, lets a shot go. And Dixon will hold on to that one.
Make too many huge saves, but just been solid all night on a night that Charlottetown has really put on a lot of pressure on the Moose.
Marsh, a long pass up ahead there for Sam King. King couldn't quite handle it as Cheney will play it up the right wing there for Zadina. Over now, Girondo. Knocking it down was Zadina at center. Vesterainen, partner pass for P.O. Joseph. Back to Vesterainen. He'll play it up the right side for King, who tried to dump that one in, but it hit the linesman. As King carries it in now, just 6 seconds left on the clock here in the second period. Joseph will have to turn back as Zadina was pressuring him. Vesterainen over for Joseph as time. Girondo lurking down around the net of Matt Welsh. Up ahead now for King. He'll leave that puck there for Bauer, who chips one down toward Blademan Dixon, who comes way at a goal.
Try to lock this one down and play a bit better than we've seen so far through the first 40.
Barron, a pass up the right wing for Zadina. He'll chip it up the boards for Girondo. He's got Lavoie coming with him. Girondo tried to center that puck over for Lavoie, but just out of his reach as the Mooseheads had a pretty looking opportunity there.
Yeah, Girondo just kind of whiffed on the first pass attempt, and by the time he got the second one through, the moment it passed.
Bauer carrying this one over the Mooseheads line. He'll snap a shot off, and
big opportunity now.
As always, this power play brought to you by Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads. Max Fortier is going to play that one down the boards as he'll be out there on the point with Jared McKenzie as usual. Filip Zadina playing that right side. Grew also out there, as is Girondo. Fortier coming down the right wing. Kind of losing control of that puck as he was pressured down behind the net of Matt Welsh. Grew looking for it. He's got it. Dished off for Fortier. Nice pass over there for Girondo. McKenzie, a shot. Not too much traffic in front there. Change down in the penalty box area between Grucci and Joel Bishop. And those two couple of Newfoundland players there. And yeah, indeed, I had to go back and wanted to dig that one up to make sure that I had it right. But yeah, in this 6th round this year, the Mooseheads took Kyle Pettin with the 95th pick, and back in 2015 they also used a 6th round pick to take Joel Bishop. So again, just a Little Newfoundland coincidence there as Dixon comes out of his net to play it. He'll work it up the right side. 30 seconds left in Grucci's penalty. Max Fortier up now for B.O. Grew. Grew making his way toward the slot. Kind of upended there. The Islanders will clear it out. Punched up ahead by Dixon for Geronto. Geronto coming up the right wing. He's getting hooked at by 2-0 as Jockton Cheney will dish it over for his partner. Cooper Jones up the left wing now for Arno Geronto. He'll pull up, tries to slide one toward the net. Filip Zadina looking for it down in the corner, pinned along the boards by Massey. Bauer will take a check. The Islanders are back on it here, but real nice job there by Raphael Lavoie as he was able to muscle Casey off the puck. Geronto knocks it over for Zadina. Lavoie trying to kick it ahead. Didn't quite control that one as Charlottetown will come back here on the attack. Puck rolls around the boards now. Barboza kind of wrapping that one around. Getson tries to work it over for Grucci. Grucci spotting Marsh in the slot, but Marsh not able to get that shot off as he'll try again. That hits Jared Ankle in the inside part of the skate. Marsh cutting out with it, lets one go. A block in front by Filip Zadina. Geronto trying to relieve a little pressure here for the Mooseheads as the Islanders are really pouring it on now in this third period. Finally, Halifax will clear it out. Arno Geronto lined up behind him. Filip Zadina also out there as Geronto lets a shot go. That was blocked. Islanders will recover this puck now and take it back the other way. A little bit of physical play as Cooper Jones throws his weight around. Casey trying to throw that one out front. But Jockton Cheney, able to knock that one away. Casey at the side of the net. Trying to poke that one past Blade Dixon. Bauer back to the point. Just kind of whiffing on the pass there was Massey as Hunter Drew will let it with St. John's, Newfoundland native. Islanders here in transition, making their way up. They'll get the red line, dump it in. Dixon out to stop it. He'll flip it around the boards. That gets past Zadina, but Drew will keep it in at the point. A shot that's ripped wide, and that looks to go up and out.
On a strange play for Charlottetown to all go deep on the power play there when you know how much speed there is on this Halifax penalty kill.
Filip Zadina also seen a bit of time out there right now up front on this PK unit out with Brett Crosley, Jared McIsaac, and Ryan Barboza on the point. But obviously when you've got a player like Max Fortier or Filip Zadina in this case, always pretty dangerous.
Absolutely.
Puck will be played up the left side here by the Islanders as they gain the Moosehead zone. Filip Zadina taking it back the other way now for Halifax. Zadina down the right side on the backhand. He'll let one go. That's wide. It's off the boards there and will be played back into the Halifax end. Patty Kite looking for it down there for the Mooseheads. Takes a bump from Getson. Vesterainen letting one go toward the net there. Patty Kite knocks it up the boards. Kite finding this one, tries to chip it ahead for Zadina. He'll give chase down toward the Islanders' corner now. Zadina on it. Filip Zadina dishes off. Lavoie with it here. It's kind of smothered down in the corner, but he's able to work that puck out for Geronto. Geronto trying to snap a shot toward the net. Islanders recovering this puck now with 6:05 to play here in the third. They will dump it all the way down. Mooseheads. And Xavier Perron has looked pretty solid out here, as we mentioned, getting some time on these top two lines thanks to that suspension that Connor Moynihan was dealt right before this game started. So Mooseheads forced to scratch him late and not enough time to call a player up. So playing today shorthanded are the Mooseheads after Moynihan dealt a one-game suspension for his hit last night on Antoine Morin. Morin being dealt two. Geronto will slide that one wide, but Morin picking up a pair of games that he'll be suspended for after hitting Max Fortier last night. Grucci back to the point. There's a shot from Vesterainen, a pad save by Blade Dixon. thrown out front. That's off the skate of Patty Kite. Lavoie will work it up the right side for Toronto. That will roll into the Islanders' end. Vestarainen back on it now for Charlottetown. He'll carry it through neutral ice. He's in over the board. The net. Casey on it. Little centering pass. Does not connect here as time expires. The Halifax Mooseheads improving to 4. De Silva once again on it here for Blainville. Moves it over the red line. Played it up the right wing. That pass didn't connect as Gravel comes out of his net. Works it over for McIsaac, who threw it up the right side. McIsaac knocking that puck away. Filip Zadina on it here. Takes a little bump along the boards from Luke Henman. Luke Henman, of course, former product of the Dartmouth Major Midget system. Pulling up just inside the Mooseheads zone was Bramwell. Puck rolls down to Teasdale in the corner. He'll kind of shovel it ahead there. Was able to work it down toward the other corner there. Teasdale on it here. He'll work it back to the point. There's a shot. Gravel making the save there. Our big rebound in front. And Gravel will try to cover that one up. Durando and Filip Zadina. Barboza and Patty Kite on the blue line for Halifax. Barboza pitching in. He's able to pressure Bramwell along the boards down in the Blainville end. Out front now Lavoie looking for it. Lavoie. Durando helping him out, but Mooseheads kind of struggling there to settle that puck as the Armada will take it back the other way. Bramwell knocking it around the boards. Patty Kite on it. He'll take a bump there from Henman, but that puck stripped away by Filip Zadina. He'll carry it in over the line. Zadina takes a bump from Kemp down in the Blainville end out front. Mooseheads looking for it now as Zadina dishes off. Durando a shot. Lavoie trying to obstruct the vision there. Of Leclerc. Puck will roll back to the point. Patty Kite dishes off now. Justin Barron over for Raphael Lavoie. Lavoie down behind the net. That pass for Durando doesn't connect. The Armada will just flip this one out to neutral ice. Puck knocked down by Zadina. He'll play it back into his zone for Justin Barron. Partner pass for Patty Kite up the left side now. Bishop will bank one off the boards, but that was picked off by the Armada. They'll dump it right back in. Gravel leaves.
Nice shift a moment ago. Some good work both pinching up to try to keep the play in the offensive zone, and some good work on the defensive side of the puck as well.
Toronto tried to knock that one ahead for Filip Zadina. Wasn't really expecting it, though, as Blainville will take it back the other way. A shot on goal that was steered aside by the blocker of Gravel. Durando up ahead now for Zadina. Patty Kite jumping into the play there as well as Lavoie dishes it up the left wing for Durando. Durando was trying to play it back to Patty Kite, but stick on that lane. That puck will come all the way back down to the Mooseheads end. Barboza pulls up, absorbs a check down there. Zadina up ahead. Nice job to tap that one over for Bishop. Zadina to Durando, a shot. That was blocked as Zadina right back on that puck and may have drawn a penalty in the process as the official, his arm in the air. Looks like we'll see our first power play of the game.
And Filip Zadina looks like he's got his good stuff out there again this afternoon. Great reception of the pass coming through the neutral zone on that one. Kind of a little spinorama to make sure that he had possession of that. If not for that, that would have been a dead play in the neutral zone. Instead, Zadina manages to break it into the zone with speed, makes a couple of nice passes. Good puck support as well to stay on it, and then draws the hooking call as well.
Quinn Hanna sitting 2 now or less for hooking. Mooseheads on the power play here, and of course this power play brought to you by Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads. Fortier is going to dish it off for Zadina. Back to the line for McIsaac. He'll give it right back to Zadina. Out front for Grew, a shot, and there's a pad save for Leclerc as the Mooseheads moving this puck around pretty well in the early going of this power play. Grew's going to chip it down the wall. Puck rolling. Leclerc out to play it. Tries to play it up the boards. Toronto keeping that one in at the point. Worked it back. Mooseheads looking to set up here with the man advantage. Zadina down low. Out now for Grew. Grew dished over for Fortier. Fortier looking for Durando. Good chances here for the Mooseheads as that'll be ripped toward the net. They score! Well, Zadina looked to have ripped that one on goal. It may have hit something on the way through there. I believe Durando was able to kind of knock that puck in at the side of the net.
Yeah, it looks like that one dropped right in front of Arnaud Durando, who was causing a bit of havoc right in front of the goaltender, and he managed to jump on that rebound and bury it for a 1-0 Mooseheads lead.
Arnaud Durando picking up his third goal of the year, a power play tally.
The Blainville-Boisbriand Armada answer right back on the power play.
So Anthony Poulin striking there on the man advantage for this Armada team. His seventh point of the year, leads the Armada. Ina out on his right side will try to rip one toward the net. That hit a body. Arnaud Durando, the Mooseheads goal scorer, also out there. Patty Kite and Ryan Barboza on the blue line as Kite will let one go that hit a man in front. As he had Jaguar all over him right in that shooting lane. Played back to Ryan Barboza as he slows things down, plays it up the right side for Zadina. Zadina will tap it off the boards, back for Barboza, partner pass for Patty Kite. Kite with it once again here for the Mooseheads, kind of absorbs a check along the boards there. Durando will chip that one deep. Giving chase back there for the Armada is De Silva, pardon me. Zadina digging for that puck along the half wall down in the Blainville end. Armada back on it. Kind of wrapped around the boards. Kemp will play it back to the opposite corner down in the Blainville zone. Grew keeping that one in at the line momentarily for Halifax, but Armada back in possession, chipped down into the Mooseheads end. Pretty good base to this one. The special teams on full display here in the early going.
Yeah, a couple of power play goals here so far. Obviously, the Mooseheads have had a strong PP all year long and jumped on it in the early going. They've also had a strong penalty kill, but Blainville able to take advantage on their own power play.
Ryan Barboza, he'll lob one out to neutral ice. Durando was up there looking for it, but that was way out of his reach as Kite tries to chop it over there for Barboza. Up ahead for Zadina, he'll dish off for Durando. Arnaud Durando coming down the right side, cuts in, lets one go. A big save there for Leclerc as Durando was looking for number 2 here in the afternoon. Blainville dumping this one in as well. Here's Kite around the boards now for Barboza. Worked over for Filip Zadina as he makes his way up the right wing. Zadina lost his stick there down on the Armada end. Barboza passed over for McKenzie. He'll slap one in from right around center ice. Lavoie playing it back to Barboza. Chopped toward the net. McKenzie keeping it in at the left side there. Plays it down toward the corner for Durando. Armada trying to break out here, but this line of Lavoie, Zadina, and Durando doing a nice job of keeping them in. Lavoie dishes off. Out now for Lavoie. Puck will be rolled back down to the Mooseheads end. McKenzie on it. Long pass up the right side there. Was looking for there. Mooseheads in transition now. Just kind of pressured just at his own blue line was Jared McKenzie. Puck will be wrapped around the boards and it rolls all the way back into the Blainville end. No icing on that sequence as it's worked around the boards here. Back to the point now for Jones. He'll partner pass it over for McKenzie. McKenzie pressured by Teasdale at the blue line. De Silva moving it up the left side. Knocked out to neutral ice now. Teasdale on it. Dishes back for Bramwell. The Herd picking this one up. But nice job down there by Teasdale to break up that intended breakout. Teasdale taking a whack at that puck. Minute 45 into this second period. 1-1 the score. The Mooseheads and Armada all tied up here. It'll scramble down along the half wall as McKenzie will work it around the boards for Cooper Jones. Jones up the left wing, able to play it up ahead for Durando. Durando tried to drop that one off for Zadina, but it was stripped away. Haladnik up the left wing there for Colin. On the ice now for Halifax as Perron kills a little bit of time. He'll take that pass on the right side, then takes a pretty good bump there along the boards from Colin. That hit a little high as Perron will head off toward skate with that puck on a string for a bit on that last sequence, and then drawing that penalty from Colin, a roughing call, as he absorbed a little punch to the chops down in front of the Mooseheads bench right around the blue line. Fortier and McKenzie on the blue line right now for the Mooseheads. Zadina, Grew, Durando up front as McKenzie tries to skate this one up the right side. Up the middle of the ice for Zadina. He'll give chase. Puck played off the end boards now as Zadina applies a little pressure down there. Fortier, the captain, will keep it in at the point. Over for Zadina as the Mooseheads try to set up here. Down low, Durando. He had Belzile all over him as Fortier dishes off for Zadina. Zadina stepping into the slot, lets one go. Puck loose. Durando settling that one down. He'll play it back to Jared McKenzie at the point. Dished off for Filip Zadina. Down low for Durando. Out front for Grew. Fortier, a shot. What a save there by Leclerc as he slides.
Let's get control of the puck.
Grew able to play it back there for Fortier. There's a hard shot, and that one stung as he rifled that one right off the leg of Bisson. Grew back to the point now for Fortier. Back to five-a-side hockey here after that booster juice power play expires. Grew down here for Fortier. Fortier spins to evade the check there, able to work it over for Grew back behind the net out of the reach of Zadina, but it finds Fortier. He'll play it back to McKenzie. Wrapped around the boards now. Grew can't settle that puck as Bolduc will take it and play it out. McKenzie on it now for the Mooseheads. Passed up ahead for Max Fortier. Nice job to spot Filip Zadina. Zadina making his way in. Zadina still with it as he circles around the net. Back to the point. And Cooper Jones can't keep that one at the blue line. It gets out. Mooseheads will have to head off here, clearing that zone and heading off for a change as Patty Kite.
Well, he's in this one. He's shown his trademark speed and skill out there as well, and he's gotten a bit of power play time to boot, and now Moosehead's back at it with the man advantage.
McKenzie stepping in. He'll work it over for the captain. Max Fortier slides one low and past the net. Zadina, he'll shovel that one down toward the corner. Durando looking for it. Grew on this puck. Now he'll play it over for Zadina. Filip Zadina working his way down along the right wall. Plays it out for Durando. Grew trying to settle this puck down. He'll pull up as the Mooseheads look to set up here with the extra man. Zadina stepping in, was trying to slip it down for Durando, but it hit the skate of De Silva. Durando cutting out. Let's a shot go. Big save there for Leclerc. As Durando looked for his second of the night on the power play. Zadina cutting out, lets one go. And that puck kept in at the line rather miraculously as that'll be rifled just wide for McKenzie and out front for Grew now. Just trying to get the handle on it, not quite able to do so, but kind of an unbelievable job by the Herd to keep that one in the zone. They've had the Armada pinned into their own end here this whole time. Fortier steps out, lets a shot go. That hit a man on the way through. Bisson getting in that lane as McKenzie lets one go, deflected just up and over by Grew. Grew, another shot attempt in front. The Mooseheads really peppering this Armada team. A terrific power play for them, and finally that puck getting out. What a job by the Mooseheads.
Wow. As
Filip Zadina gets going now, making his way in down the left side. Zadina, that puck's just going to kind of roll off of his stick as Bisson tried to pressure him. Nice job by Fortier to spin and create some space at the line. Pulls up. Fortier still with it now. 5 seconds left in this power play as that puck will hit his stick. Zadina tries to slap at that one and hit Bramwell, and Bisson will play it up the boards now. A chance, shorthand, or Bramwell coming in, a shot and a big save there by Gravel as that penalty had just expired. That was a 2-on-0 out of the box. Some unbelievable action here at both ends of the ice as Moynihan will shovel one toward the net. Getting a piece of it was Leclerc, and then he'll pounce on the rebound. But oh boy, what a few moments here at the Scotiabank Center.
A lot to unpack there. Well, it started with an incredible play by Jared McKenzie on the power play to keep that puck in, just kind of swatting at it in midair and just keeping it in at the blue line. A few great power play opportunities led from that for the Mooseheads, and then that great chance just now for Blainville as so far in this one after a great power play of their own.
Special teams working pretty good here for the Herd, obviously, through the first few games of the year, and on full display here in this second period. 40 seconds remaining on that penalty to Higgins as it's worked down the right boards down the Halifax end. Poulin, he's got the lone tally in this one for the Armada. Shot toward the net. That was blocked in front as Katarinakis will try to create some space. Able to dish off for Poulin. Poulin trying to step in. Plays it back for Katarinakis. Barboza all over him as the Armada player Katarinakis almost blowing a tire down there, losing an edge. Barboza can't get it out as Basson kept that one in. A shot toward the net. Some traffic in front of Gravel as that penalty to Higgins expires. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Higgins trying to wait down behind some defenders as he made his way to the penalty box. Barboza knocking that one ahead for Zadina. He's in over the Armada blue line. Drops that puck off for Fortier, but Fortier a little bit, perhaps a little too quick on the zone entry there. Wasn't quite able to settle that puck down as the Armada will rip one wide. Hanna on it now at the right point. He'll let one go low and wide. Kemp steps in, lets a shot go. That's also wide as Hanna will once again be forced to keep that puck in at the Mooseheads, or at the blue line there. Crosley up the boards. On the attack now is Kite. Jared McKenzie keeping this one in at the right point and just snapping one toward the net. Zadina coming in to take that face-off out there now with Fortier and B.O. Grew. Zadina taking that face-off there. Looks like we're going to have a Mooseheads penalty. Minute 12 to go here in the second period. Mooseheads on top 2-1. 30 seconds remaining in that penalty to Grew. Puck will just roll out of the reach there of Teasdale. Trying to keep it in there at the blue line is De Silva. Works it down toward the corner. McKenzie gets a stick on it though. And now a chance for Max Fortier as he comes in shorthanded, coming down that right side, tried to feed Zadina. Left side, I should say, as he made his way down on his off wing. Had Zadina with him. A couple of very dangerous Mooseheads and a great chance shorthanded for them. Penalty to Grew has expired. We're back to 5-a-side hockey now. 30 seconds remaining here in this second period. McKenzie will make his way up the right wing here, able to work it ahead for Grew. Grew had that one knocked away by Bolduc. Boissonneau will take it back now for the Armada. Just plays one right into the breadbasket there of Gravel, who will hold on to it. 11.6 seconds left here in this middle period.
Interesting shift there for a couple of very skilled penalty killers as Coach Midgley has Maxime Fortier out there with Filip Zadina on the penalty kill a moment ago, and a good opportunity off of that rush for them. Those two could be a real threat out there shorthanded if that is a pairing that sticks up through the year.
Taken back the other way here by Katarinakis. Again, he got his stick in that lane. Bo Grew recovering that puck. He'll slap one toward the net from just outside. Barboza. Jared McKenzie on the point. Have to correct myself once again. It's not Ryan Barboza, actually Cooper Jones out there with McKenzie. Blainville now in transition here is trying to power his way around McKenzie was Teasdale. Took a little cross check on the way through. It's Bramwell will play it back to the point. Slap toward the net. A shot. They score for Blainville.
Bit of traffic in front on that one. Bramwell worked that one right back to the point, and it was Teasdale just step.
this Blainville-Boisbriand Armada team.
Yeah, all over that fourth line for the Mooseheads. A great shift. Bramwell and his line mate Teasdale in particular out there really working well down low.
Chance now, they score! Kind of a different looking line right now. Is getting a little bit of time off is Raphael Lavoie. So Crosley now with a chance to center this line. Nice pass up ahead there for Zadina. Zadina coming down the right side, cuts to the middle, tried to get that shot off, and he's just all tangled up down there by Etier. Fans wanted a penalty there as Zadina was dumped in the slot. Zadina looking for that one as the Armada will dump it out to neutralize. Patty Kite picking it off. That will take it right back the other way. Puck rolls on him. Zadina lets a shot go and got a lot of that one as Barboza keeps it in at the right point toward the net. Zadina looking for it. Back to Barboza at the line. That's going to be blocked in front. That looked to have stung Etier. Now a chance for Grew, letting one go. A big scramble there, side of the net. Lots of sticks looking for that one. Zadina in there looking for it as well as finally the Armada will clear it out with 12:42 to go in the third.
Great shift there from that Zadina and Durando combo.
Another shot. Nice job by Ryan Barboza as he puts his body on the line to block that one. Getting right in front of that shooting lane. Filip Zadina drops this one off for Barboza. Barboza will leave it for Durando down behind the net. Shots right now 22-9. The season opener against the Sea Dogs at Harbor Station back in September. But a big goal there to tie things up at 3 as we approach the midway point here. Just at the midway point right now. 10 minutes remaining in this final period. Lob down off the glass. Durando looking for that one. Rolling puck. And a delayed penalty coming up here as Gravel has made his way to the box. Lavoie with it at the line, but it looks like the Armada.
The chance to regain the lead.
Yeah, just an unbelievable job by Bishop to go in and get that puck and then set up Perron out in front. Real nice, hard-working blue-collar shift there for Joel Bishop. That'll be cleared out. Gravel out to leave this one behind his net. Kind of got tangled up there with Teasdale. Went down momentarily, but was able to work it around the boards for McIsaac. He'll play it up the right side for Max Fortier. Pulling up just inside the blue line. Nice little saucer pass there for Durando. And what a pass for Grew in front. As the Mooseheads almost regain their lead. Grew will snap one toward the net. A bouncing puck there. Durando looking for it. Durando dropping that one off. Leaving it here for Zadina. Zadina with it. Kind of cuts in now. Lets one go. And there's a big save for Leclerc as Filip Zadina looked to have got a pretty good shot off there.
Yeah, another good shot there for Zadina, and some great puck movement by Fortier, Durando, and Grew, who just kind of swung the puck around the offensive zone, hit 3 of the 4 corners, and the
here. Try to play it up ahead on the backhand for Grew. 7:55 remaining here in the third as Fortier lets one go. There's a save, and once again the Armada will clear it out. Just 5 seconds left on this Booster Juice power play. McIsaac down behind his net takes a look back to 5-a-side hockey. 7:38 remaining in the second period. All tied up at 3 as Xavier Perron with the game-tying goal right now for the Mooseheads out front. A bouncing puck, they score! Bo Grew gives the Herd their lead right back. And a pad save by Leclerc. Lavoie, another shot. Just kind of slapping at that one as Patty Kite will let one go. That's blocked. Another opportunity there for Kite. Filip Zadina finding that puck. Out front now for Lavoie. Bad save for Leclerc as the Mooseheads just kind of peppering the Blainville goaltender.
Bit of a shooting gallery out there for the Mooseheads after Blainville, gets one back, ties this one up once again. A quick chance for them again after that draw, but Mooseheads driving it right back up the ice. Some good work by Lavoie and Zadina and Moynihan. Full back of their own in the middle of the frame, and then Armada answered quickly on the power play to tie this one again at 4. That's where we stand with just under 6 minutes to go here.
Cooper Jones plays it up the right side, was looking for Zadina, but that pass was broken up. Jared McIsaac will work it back the other way now. Passed up the right wing. Zadina will chop at that one, able to work it down into the Blainville end. De Silva on it back there for the Armada. Couple sticks digging away for it there as that puck is frozen along the boards now. Finally popping free. Zadina looking for it. Armada back in control there as they'll try to break it out and just getting the red line and dumping it in. Back there was Belzile. McIsaac up the right side now for Durando. Durando through neutral ice. He's in over the blue line toward the net. Durando kind of pinned along the boards back there. He's got Poulin all over him. Joel Bishop takes a little bump along the wall as the Armada recover that puck. Flipping it down toward the Mooseheads end. Gravel out to settle it. He'll play it behind the net for Cheney. And Jaguar kind of upended there. Or
taking on Blainville, a couple of stiff tests for the Mooseheads, and certainly they've shown that it's not going to be an easy road this year for Halifax if they want to be one of the top teams in the queue.
Zadina will take this face-off now for the Mooseheads out there with Lavoie on the right side. Arnaud Durando on the left. Patty Kite and Ryan Barboza manning the blue line right now for the Herd. Zadina. He tried to walk around Hladnik after right off the draw there. Not quite able to do so as Lavoie will dig away for it. Hladnik will come away with that puck though. Plays it up the right side. It's off the glass. Kite jumps up to knock it down. I got the glove on it. And
here in this period, a few drawn penalties and now a big chance for the Moose.
Filip Zadina on the right side with it now. He'll try to play it cross ice for Fortier, but that pass broken up and cleared out. McIsaac trying to get back there to retrieve it. Took a little bump from Teasdale. Teasdale still with it now. Throwing it out front. He had Bramwell coming down to help him out. Bramwell's got Grew all tied up behind the net as McIsaac will come away with it up ahead now for Fortier. Fortier through center. He's in over the blue line. Fortier, a couple of moves here. Kind of mishandled that one a bit around that slot area. It was cleared out to center, knocked down by McIsaac. He'll move it up ahead. Zadina takes a whack at that one. It rolls around the boards. Out to play it is Leclerc. Zadina looking for that puck. The Armada, though, will once again relieve some pressure. They dump it all the way out. 1:11. Back to Cheney now. He'll pass it over for Fortier. A shot. That'll be held up again to take this face-off. That shot ripped out. Kind of a funny hop off the stanchion. That's going to go all the way into the Mooseheads end. Cheney, he's got Teasdale on him. Fortier slowing things down in the corner, and he'll just wait there as time expires here in the third. That certainly appeared to have been, again, a too many men call. I'm not sure what the reason for the reversal on it was, but a tough break for Halifax. Poulin will work this one up ahead. Kataranaca is in over the line, drops it off for Poulin. Poulin, a shot. Pad save there by Gravel. And now a kind of a crazy scramble in front of shot. They score. The Blainville Boisbriand Armada taking this one in overtime. And the Bluebirds are out here tonight, or this afternoon rather, in Halifax.
Ooh. Taken off the puck, and it'll come to Zadina, who's being chased down, loses the puck, chance for Batherson, it goes over the net. What an opportunity there for Drake Batherson. Puck coming into the Cape Breton zone, now it's Ross McDougall with it. Being chased by Benoit Olivier Grew, who I hear has rebranded himself as Beau Grew in the offseason, so we'll roll with that. Here's Batherson. Brings it in over the blue line. Jones to Grew. Bo Grew was the #1 pick in the 2016 Q Draft. Durando fires it into the Cape Breton zone. Now Sokolov coming in for the Eagles. Igor Sokolov off to a good start in his Q career. Flings it to Batherson. That missed, and it goes the other way. Durando, draft pick of the New York Islanders this June, has the puck, flings it out to the front of the net. Couldn't find Zadina. He'll throw it back to the point. Here's Patty Kite. Bring it in off the puck, and McDougall will backhand that. And he hits the scoreboard, and it'll prop the Stern. It's Bo Grew coming in, trying to deke around at Gavenke. Grew with it in the corner. Grew trying to throw it back to the point. Of course, Grew, the son of longtime Gatineau Olympique coach Benoit Grew. Here's Zadina coming in for the hash mark. Shot and a save made there by Kevin. Grew has Durando on his wings, and now Zadina will be waved into the faceoff. Cheney and Forte working the point. Mooseheads win the draw. Cheney jumps in top right circle. Cheney back to Zadina. Zadina flips it down the ice. Now it'll come back out to the front to Grew. Zadina tries to go across. Forte takes it for Halifax. Forte across to Zadina. Zadina, 17-year-old out of the Czech Republic, slides it down for Durando to Grew. Play along the half wall, and now it'll go the other way. Highland hitting Declan Smith. Eagles with numbers shorthanded here. Here's Smith. Puts on the brakes, flips across, looking for McDougall. McDougall bodied off the boards by Forte. 15:22 left in the period. 1:23 left in the Drake Batherson minor. Here's Filip Zadina coming in over the blue line, trying to dangle through. Now he looks for a pass option, looks for Durando at the point. Cut off by Gavenke. Good play by the German blue liner of the Eagles. He dumps it down the left side of the ice. Jared McCall. No score here in Sydney. Face-off is coming to Alexei Gravel's left. The Mooseheads will win the draw, and it comes onto the stick of Cheney, who's out there with Forte, Zadina. And now the puck is on the stick of Grew. Durando also out there for Halifax. Here's Durando coming in. He's taking off the puck. Kamelkov trying to move it forward. Sampasa will shovel it in as Smith and McDougall also. We'll talk about rivalries for the Bulldogs. Hey, it's rivalry week, so we'll talk about rivalries in the OHL. Talk about Thanksgiving matinees on the schedule. Will Bitton, the Montreal Canadiens prospect. The Strome family has a member in Hamilton, and Matthew Strome. All that coming up and more behind the mic. Stu Kernan, pardon me, at the intermission. Eagles win the draw and fire the puck down the ice. Play in the Moosehead zone. Forte a little bit lackadaisical playing that puck, but he'll move it up to Zadina. Coming up the left wing. Here's Zadina being hounded by Gavenke, who's been really good on this penalty kill. Durando dangling towards the slot. Zadina spins and fires. Save made there. Mandalise with the save. Martineau now coming in as Batherson's out of the box. Here's Martineau. Chips it in along the left side. Cheney has it for Halifax. He'll slide it along for Durando. Durando coming up over center. And over the blue line, leaves it for Forte on the right side. Forte enters on the right wing, trying to find Zadina, who's been very dynamic in the early stages of this first period. Francis to Sasha Waugh. Waugh will flip it across to Batherson. Sokolov, the blue line, that is offside. Forte is actually over the blue line at the moment. He'll have to get onside, and he does. Here's McDougall coming in over center, and then over the blue line, dangling. Back to the point to Martineau. Martineau moves it for McDougall. McDougall. Shot, save made by Gravel. He thought it might have slipped in favor of Halifax. Pretty good pace to the game. Neither team able to get any major scoring opportunities as of yet. Waugh. Pass picked off. Durando skates it in. Durando backhands around. Puck comes to Sasha Waugh behind the Cape Breton net. Here's Waugh chipping it forward, looking for Francis. Francis brings it in. Batherson, nifty play to stay on side, and he bats it in on the left end. Barron with it for Halifax. Sasha Waugh trying to line up Cheney. Now Zadina takes it for the Mooseheads, loses it in his feet, and then slips it along the left side. Grew drops back for Durando, who couldn't track it, and now the puck's lost in the Halifax zone. Cheney will ring it around the boards, looking for Justin Barron. Barron flips it up into the neutral zone. Zadina waits for it, and then brings it into the Cape Breton end. Tries to slip the puck up to Durando, picked off by McDougall, who will dump it into the neutral zone. Barbosa flings across for Kite. Kite wires across for Barbosa. Pair of Ontarian free agents picked up in the offseason by Halifax. Kite was a star in his junior A team and actually penned a letter in the newspaper thanking the team and the fans when the Mooseheads had signed him. Here's Boré coming in as a man driving the slot. Kite able to take that puck away, though. Sampasa with a good play to pinch in to keep the zone for Cape Breton. LaFerriere covering for him at the point, as is Boré. Highland with it now behind the net. Highland puts on the pressure, and now the puck will come back to center ice, and LaFerriere. A bit of an odd sequence there where LaFerriere and Boré were both back at the point. McDougall and Sampasa River. Face-off is going to come out in front of Gravel, and it's to the right of the Mooseheads netminder. It'll be Drake Batherson against Bo Grew. Eagles win the draw clean. Comes back to Safasa at the point. Here's Alexei Safasa. Sharp angle shot goes off the leg of Zadina. Safasa behind the goal line. Sokolov back at the point. Zadina will chip it for Barbosa. Barbosa comes in, and Grew covers for him at the point. Shot by Zadina. Save made past the 15-minute mark here in period 1. Highland gets the puck to Boré, who loses it to Zadina. Now a Ferrier to Highland. Highland being checked at center, but he goes through McIsaac and then just dumps it in. Eagles needed a change. Jones has it for the Mooseheads. Cooper Jones loses the puck to Francis. Francis, a little bulldog out there trying to win the puck behind the net. Soppy fires it back towards Gravel. McIsaac banks it off the boards. Batherson coming in, trying to go around McIsaac. No go, and play comes into the neutral zone. McCormick chips it over to Francis. Francis out of Batherson. Here it comes to McCormick at the left point. McCormick slides it down to Batherson. The left dot shot just goes wide of the net. He was looking for the corner on Gravel. Now Gavenke to Sokolov behind the goal. Eagles doing the cycle here. Here's Sokolov back to Francis at the point. Now to Gavenke working the half wall. Gavenke will chip it along the right side for Batherson, who's behind the goal line. He's being checked by McIsaac. Now Durando turns it over out in front of the net, goes through Francis's leg, and the Eagles will have to tag up. 3 Fournier, Gavenke, and McCormick. Mooseheads keep their top PP unit out there, and here is Bo Grew at the puck for Halifax. Comes in over the blue line. He'll chip it in along the left side. Fournier's after for Cape Breton. Fournier turns it over in front to Zadina, but he can't handle it, and Gavenke will fling it down the ice. Gavenke has been good on both penalty kills tonight for Cape Breton. 1:09 left here, first period, 2:36 left in the period, and 1:04 left in the penalty kill. Forche coming in over center, fires it across, and it's tipped by Gavenke. Bo Grew taking the draw. Smith pushes the puck forward. Now it'll come back to Cheney. To Forche. Zadina coming in along the right side. Backhands around to Durando. Durando being checked by McDougall. Loses the puck. Forche now trying to one-time Zadina. Zadina shot! Save made there. Now Forche comes in. He'll slide it along the boards. The Ferrier dumps it out. 38 seconds left here in the Cape Breton penalty. It's Drake Batherson in the box for high sticking. Sompy skating from behind the net. Cheney, rather. Cheney. He'll move it to Grew. Grew fires it up to Durando, and no icing on the play. Mandalise will try to clear it out. Forche has the puck in the corner. Back to Cheney at the point. Cheney shot. Tip goes over the net. Now Gavenke with it for Cape Breton. Leon Gavenke will bring it in over center and over the blue line. Coming in. Couldn't get it through Cheney. 5 seconds left in the Batherson minor. Mooseheads will have to watch for him coming out of the box. Now Forche comes in. Goes across for Zadina. McCormick moves along the boards. Now Kamelkoff will bring it up to center. Here's Batherson coming in over the blue line on the right side. Batherson with it. What a move by Batherson! Eagles win the draw. McCormick will bounce it off the boards. Martineau comes up to center. Martineau will chip to Fournier. Couldn't get it over. And now he'll come back to the Moosehead zone. Quickly thrown up to Durando. Durando off the left wing. Trickles it. Just goes wide of the net. Now Francis with it for the Eagles. Trying to get by Sompy. Playing the Cape Breton zone here as we're past the first minute of period 2. Durando knocked off the puck by McDougall. Sompy with it for Halifax. Stripped to the puck, and Martineau dancing up towards his own blue line to Sokolov to McDougall. Francis coming in along the left side. Francis throws it back to Alexei Safasa. Safasa shot, tip in front. Puck's way up in the air, and goes Gavenke with it behind the net. He's bodied on the inboard. Smith with it for Cape Breton, playing the Eagle zone. Hoyt trying to take it up over the blue line on the right side. He'll chip it forward. Stripped by Zadina. Zadina flings it to Grew, who dumps it in. Play behind the trapezoid, or in the trapezoid. Gavenke will move it forward. Durando throws it back the other way. Here's Zadina. Floating around the blue line. Cuts into the slot. Shot! Save made. Puck dribbling wide of the goal. Jamming away, and the rebound was Soppy. Now Durando with it. Durando cutting out. Tries to throw it in front. Now Gavenke will fire it up towards Lazare. Coming in over center. He'll dump it in on the left side. 15-18 left here in the second period. And no score to report yet. Soppy with it for Halifax. Dropping it back for Barron. Barron hits Soppy. Soppy coming in over the blue line on the right side. Otto Soppy. Save made by Mandalise. Low on the ice. Now Safasa will chip it along. Barron, shot, save made, puck's high up. And I don't know if that crossed the goal line or not, but I'd have to think it would have been a high stick if it did. As we're get some classified over the speaker. Why not? Some Nova Scotian music for the Battle of Nova Scotia. Eagles win the draw, fire it into the neutral zone. Durando pushed off the puck. McDougall chasing after it. And it'll go the other way. Here's Zadina up to Sampi. Both of Halifax imports playing on this line. Puck moved along the boards. McDougall chasing after it. Possible 3-on-2 here for Cape Breton. McDougall has the Ferrier and Safasaw with him. McDougall puts on the brakes as the Eagles try to get their forwards in front of the forecheck. Zadina with it behind the net. Loses it to LaFerriere, trying to drop to the slot to Boré, but Cooper Jones had other ideas. McIsaac's after it in the corner for Halifax to Durando. Puck's bouncing around on Durando's body. Can he move it? No, we'll move it back to McIsaac, and it comes back to Durando. Durando, backhand feed to the neutral zone. No one there to pick it up, and Safasaw dumps it in a long change here in the second period, of course. Durando to Zadina. Fires it across for Lavoie. Lavoie on the left side, trying to dangle through. Trying to go around McDougall. McDougall says no. Puck pushed forward on the draw. And that is going to be Joktan Cheney pushing it forward. Here's a possible chance for Durando. Durando moved off the puck. Lazur for Safasaw. Durando with it behind the net. We'll look it for Zadina. Zadina leaves it for Barron at the point. Durando to the high slot. There's Zadina. Shot and a save made by Vandalise with the blocker. Now Cheney sliding it down for Sampi. Safasaw for Cape Breton. Alexis Safasaw flips it up forward. Declan Smith coming in over the right side, trying to power his way through. Zadina, penalty on the play. And the Eagles think they've scored. And now we're going to see a scrap here. Some pushing and shoving at least as Durando was being accosted here. And there was a penalty called on the play. The Eagles didn't quit on the play and thought they had scored. And we're going to have to sort all this out. And Zadina's going to the box. With 10:19 to go here in period number 6. Team's back to 5-on-5. Zadina's out of the box. Gavenke will flip it forward. Here's Martineau coming in, trying to go around Kite. Martineau edged off the puck by Kite. Pass back to LaFerriere. And Sampi loses the draw. Comes back to McDougall. McDougall to Gavenke. Gavenke. Stick check there by Zadina, but the Eagles keep the zone, and now it leaves the zone. Here's Zadina, who has Sampi with him. Zadina cutting to the front of the net. Still with it, looking for a diagonal feed across. Nice play by McDougall to cut that off, as he was looking for the give and go with Sampi. 1:11 left in the Cape Breton power play. Now Gavenke to McDougall. McDougall wires it across for Batherson. Now Jones takes it for Halifax. Moose try to clear, can't. Gavenke whips it to the other point. McDougall at the top right circle. Feeds to Batherson in the left dot. No go there. McIsaac with it behind the net for Halifax, and he tries to clear. McDougall keeps in. 48 seconds left in the power play. Here's Batherson to the front of the net to Sokolov, who's plowed towards the goal, and Adam McCormick had his arm up calling for a penalty, but no such call. Gravel covers up, and that will lead to a stoppage with 42 seconds left in the Cape Breton power. No score here at center 200. Highland trying to bat through. He's picked off by Barron, who will move it to Sampi. Sampi comes in over the blue line. Otto Sampi cutting in, taking off the puck, and now it'll come to Francis. Possible break for Francis. Barbosa hustling back, though, and now Francis chasing after it in the corner. Francis angled off by Kite. Sampi with it for the Mooseheads. Otto Sampi skates to his own blue line. Pass up to Barbosa. Barbosa lined up there by Waugh. Barbosa chases after it in the corner. Now Zadina to Forche, left half wall, back to the point. Durando shot, ends up hitting Zadina in front. Zadina doing loops down low now. Zadina cuts in, shot, scores! Filip Zadina whips it over the shoulder of Kevin Mandalise, and that's an example of a high-end player just creating a chance out of really not much. And I talked about Zadina doing loops, and he found a spot he could shoot from, and he didn't have a ton of room. And, of course, Kevin Mandalise is a pretty big goaltender. And Mooseheads going to their third power play of the game. Brew wins the draw. Back to Forche. It'll come to McIsaac. Shot save made there by Men. Mooseheads win the draw clean. Forche to McIsaac. Back to Forche. Top left circle. Forche slinks in. Goes off the skate of McCormick. Now will be Forche working the left half wall. Tries to drop it back. Fournier will fire it down the ice. 1:46 left in the period. 1:38 left in the penalty. So a little bit of separation between the two clocks. Zadina Pickpocketed there by Martineau. Martineau coming in along the right side, spinning and turning. Fires it all the way back to Saint-Fasson, and the fans applauding that, liking the penalty kill of Cape Breton here. Saint-Fasson to Highland. Highland to Laferriere, 2-on-1 with McIsaac back. Highland to Laferriere! Save made by Gravel. Puck goes up into the air and now come on the stick of McIsaac. Good start to the penalty kill for Cape Breton. Here's McIsaac, drops for Fortier. Fortier comes in over the blue line on the right side. Fortier cutting around the net. He'll ring it for Zadina. Zadina slips it along. Now Grew on the right half wall for Moynihan. Pinned to the boards by Saint-Fasson. Zadina drops back for McIsaac into the final minute. Turned over. Here's a break for Highland. 3-on-0. Short-handed for Cape Breton. Here's Highland coming in. Digging. Save made. McDougall on the rebound. Back to Highland. Shot. Save made by Gravel. I don't know if Highland realized he had anybody with him. Highland, McDougall, and Laferriere all out. A 3-on-0 short-handed for the Eagles. Now play in the neutral zone. Fortier coming in over the blue line to Durando. Loses it. Batherson will throw it the other way. Here's a possible breakaway for Declan Smith. Smith one-on-one against Cheney. Smith coming in backhand. Wide of the net. Smith throwing it to Batherson. LeBlanc takes it. What short-handed chances, but now here's a chance for Durando. Breakaway pass just goes wide. Durando loses the puck to Gavenke. Now Zadina and McCormick in the corner. Puck leaves the zone, and Cheney looks at the clock, and the Mooseheads wondering when this power play will be over because it's been almost all Eagles. 1-1 here at center 200. Zadina for Halifax, Fournier for Cape Breton. Here's Batherson with it for the Eagles. Now Francis scores! Ryan Francis! In his first battle in Nova Scotia, blasted by Alexis Gravel, and it chipped it out to Francis, and it is a 2-1 scoreline in favor of Cape Breton. Ryan Francis, Halifax area boy, playing against his hometown for the first time, and he's put the Eagles ahead 2-1, and boy was he fired up to score that goal. Here's Francis with the puck again for Cape Breton. Loses it to Zadina, but now Francis back after it, play in the Cape Breton zone. Francis pushed off the puck by Zadina. Goes across, shot, save made on Cheney by Mandalise. And Cheney had a tremendous chance at the end of the first period that Mandalise denied, or the end of the second period, rather. Here's Barrett, shot through traffic, save made, rebound! Zadina couldn't reel in the rebound. What an opportunity that would have been. Here's Cheney, left point, wide of the goal. Francis has the Scream Eagles up 2-1. Drake Batherson draws the assist on that goal. Mooseheads pressuring now, though. Sompy to Durando, feeding the slot, Barrett. Now Cheney's shot goes off of Francis, who's doing everything out there. Shot block following the goal. Now Durando with it for the Mooseheads. McDougall moving it along to Francis, who will fire that puck down the ice. Cheney with it for Halifax now. 2-1. Cheney will bounce it off the end boards for Cooper Jones. Jones fires it across. And now McDougall wires it in. Save made by Gravel. Cheney with it for Halifax. He'll flip it off the end boards for his partner Jones. Jones coming in on the right side. Will fire it for Soppy. Now Bourret to Saint-Fasson. Saint-Fasson tries to flip it over to Batherson. Batherson rails Durando into the boards there along the penalty box. Now Smith with it at center ice. Declan Smith coming in on the left side. Smith trying to dangle through. Moved off the puck. Soppy now with it for Halifax. McDougall has it for Cape Breton. McDougall drop back for Martineau. Martineau chips it to Waugh. Waugh to Martineau. Martineau coming in over center. Martineau, what a move. Trying to dangle through. Cheney. Cheney stays with him. Bourret, pass across. Here's Francis. Spinning and turning. Francis cuts towards the slot. Francis still trying to create something here. Floating around the top of the circle. Goes back to Lowen at the point. Lowen down to Bourret. Bourret back to the point, but picked off by Durando. He'll chip it forward. Here's Crossley trying to create a break, but Lowen will be first to it. No lead. Face-off coming out in front of Mandalise. The Eagles will win the draw, and the puck fired down the ice by Alexis Saint-Fasson. And it's going to quickly be called icing by the linesman, and Highland wins it. Now chasing after it is Saint-Fasson. We'll chip it forward. Alexis Saint-Fasson trying to hit a man in the neutral zone with Sokolov. Pass goes right through him, and we're going to have another icing call. So the pace of the game slowing down. Saint-Fasson will fire it forward. Play in the Mooseheads end now. Sokolov in a 1-on-2 against McIsaac and Kite. Kite pounded off the puck by Hoyt. Durando bringing it down the ice, and that's going to come to Highland. Highland being chased there. He'll skate up along the wing. Give and goes Zadina to Sompy. Perhaps too many passes there by the Mooseheads. Now Durando, a shot! Hit the post. Now puck will come all the way out into the neutral zone. Past the 7-minute mark here in the third period. Eagles ahead 2-1. Soppe to Durando. Durando to Soppe. Soppe will chip it along the boards. Now Francis with it. Francis with the go-ahead goal. Moves it to Boré. Boré coming in along the right side. Here's Olivier Boré feeding Martineau. Martineau with a shot. Save made by Gravel. Puck still loose. Zadina will knock it away. Comes back to Lowen at the point. Save made there by Gravel. Now Cheney with it for Halifax. Trying to clear it out. Jocked in Cheney. Draft pick of the New Jersey Devils as the puck moved ahead by a glove pass. And this face-off at center. The Mooseheads win the draw and bring it in. Those Peyton Hoyt. Now Zadina, who had the Halifax goal earlier tonight. He opened the scoring for Halifax, but has been downhill since for the Mooseheads. Play at center. Barbosa will bring it on the right side. Durando trying to hit Zadina. Now coming into the Cape Breton end. Durando working the right half boards. Pass across. Shot. Goes wide of the net. It's Patty Kite coming in off the wing. Couldn't score. Play goes the other way. Here's Tyler Hyland now. Has Sokolov driving the net. Pass just goes over his stick. Here's Sokolov charging towards the front of the goal. Hyland. Drop pass there for McDougall. McDougall shot save made by Gravel. Ross McDougall hustling there down low, but the puck will come on the stick of Kite. Will bounce it off the boards. Highland's after it. 10:21 left, third period. Eagles have a 3-1 lead. Here's Alexis Saint-Passant. Will skate it up towards center. Chips it forward. Jones is after it now for Halifax. Smith and McDougall. Mooseheads win the draw. Comes back to McIsaac. Will slide along the right side. Zadina to Grew. Grew at the top of the right circle. Throws it to the front of the net. Durando backhand of the slot. No go there. And the puck cleared down the ice. Forche also out there in the Halifax power play. Here's Gravel. He'll leave it for McIsaac. Critical juncture of this game here. Eagles up by 2 and the Mooseheads with the man advantage. McIsaac pushes the puck through. And Elise fires that into the neutral zone and clears it by himself. Martineau hits the trailer. Batherson. Batherson coming in left wing. Back to Martineau. Martineau back to Batherson. Shot! He hit the post! What a chance there for Cape Breton. Saint-Passant keeps it in. And Batherson, a man on a mission out there. Floating around. Shot! Couldn't get it, but man, what a move by Batherson around Zadina. Zadina takes it up to Forche. Forche brings it back into the Cape Breton end. 1:09 left in the penalty. It's Justin Lazure that's off for high sticking. Now Cheney will fire it towards Durando. Alexis Saint-Passant banks it off the glass, and now a possible chance for Batherson. 2-on-1 has Martineau driving the net. Here's Martineau coming in back. It's goal! Felix Martineau short-handed, and Eagles take a 4-1 lead. Face-off at center is won by Cape Breton, and it is Alexis Saint-Passant with the puck. He'll dump it in on the left side. Now Martineau coming in on the left wing. Here's Felix Martineau pushing it on the left side of the ice for Francis. Soppe loses it, turns it over. Boré with a shot and a save made by Gravel. Now puck coming at center. Here's a break for Zadina. Filip Zadina coming in on a breakaway. Scores! Filip Zadina through the 5-hole with Andalise. And boy, I said when it was 4-1 there was a lot of hockey left. And boy, you blink and you miss it. It's 4-3. And Filip Zadina with a game-breaking maneuver in the neutral. Taking it for Halifax. He'll move it along for Barron. Barron will fire it to Zadina, coming in over the red line and over the blue line. Shot, couldn't get it through. Zadina will bring it around. Saint-Passant's after it. 5:36 to go here in the third period. 1-goal game. Eagles ahead 4-3. Here's Zadina for Halifax, cutting in on his backhand shot. Save made by Mandalise. McDougall turns the puck over to Zadina, easy for me to say. He tried to go cross ice for Durando, but it was intercepted. Now Barron to Cheney. Here's Soppe coming in on the right wing. Drop for Durando. Taken off the puck by Fournier, and Smith will bring it the other way. Here's Declan Smith. From about halfway between Sydney and Halifax, Declan Smith. Zadina between the circles. Drops it for Barron. Barron shot wide of the net. Rebound. Shot. Save made by Mandalise. Rebound comes loose to Barron. Shot wide of the goal. And LaFerriere takes it for Cape Breton. He'll clear the zone. Here's Francis. 2-on-1 for Cape Breton, but Francis lost the puck and got stuck on the ice, and Cheney muscles him off of it. Soppe has it over center. Comes in over the blue line. Fire it down the ice. McDougall has it for Cape Breton. 1:32 left. McDougall being chased by Soppe. And it'll go all the way down the Mooseheads zone. 1:25 left. And Barron will take possession. Will the Mooseheads get a chance to lift Alexis Gravel for attacker number 6? 1:18 left here in the third period. Cape Breton 4, Halifax 3. Here's Zadina. Fires it out to Soppy. Soppy, 1:10 left, and Gravel's off to the races. Mooseheads have a 6-on-5. Here's Barron. Looking for Perron, who will shovel that along for Soppy. Into the final minute here. Mooseheads' net is empty. Eagles are up a goal. Barron with the puck at the right point. Wires across for Cheney. Cheney with a shot. Now puck will go to the Zadina, but it bounced over his stick. Puck at the side of the net now. Soppy digging in. Sampasad with it behind the goal. Puck fired out of the zone. Will that take a bounce towards the empty net? No, it will not. And that should be icing against Cape Breton, and it is with 38 seconds remaining. He's right. Mooseheads win the draw clean. Now Fortier. Top right circle, throws it towards the net, cut off by McDougall. Fortier was on his opposite hand there, and I think that's why the Mooseheads were unable to keep it in. Cheney. It's Grew. Puck coming into the Cape Breton zone now. Here's Zadina chasing after in the corner. Puck coming behind the goal. Play out in front. Here's Zadina. Shot trying to go through traffic. Couldn't get any weight on it. 16 seconds left. Eagles ahead by a goal. Play behind the goal line. McCormick trying to pin Fortier to the boards. 11 seconds left here. Play behind the net. Here's McIsaac. Over to Fortier trying to pass out in front. Jamming away with Grew. Puck is loose. Kept in by Cheney. 3 seconds left. Now he gets it to Zadina. Shot! And that's going to do it. The Scream Eagles pick up a 4-3 win in the first installment of the Battle of Nova Scotia, and a very entertaining game at the net. Eagles win 4-3. First blood, Cape Breton.
Getting the start between the pipes for the Moncton Wildcats on defense. Simon Lecoutre as well as Jacob Arsenault starting on the blue line up front. It will be Dylan Seitz between Liam Dunda and Jacob Peltier and
Blademan Dixon getting the start in goal for Halifax. A 2-1-2 record for him. A 198 goals against average. .930 save percentage here as the Wildcats work it around in the Halifax end. Puck's going to roll up the left boards. Shot from the point there deflected by the skate of Dylan Seitz as Soppy carries it in over the blue line. Soppy has been terrific for Halifax at an empty netter on Saturday. A couple of assists in that one.
For these two teams.
A couple of little cheers there as the goals against average was shown. The league leaders. Blademan Dixon between the pipes for Halifax, leading the Q. Road trip to Quebec. Otto Soppy out to take that face-off. Soppy, Halifax's best face-off guy, winning that draw. He'll play it back to Cooper Jones. Over on the left side now for McIsaac. He'll flip one in. That's off the end boards. Jared McIsaac with a pretty physical game. One of the more physical games we've seen from him this year. On Saturday. Tempers heated. Had some good battles with Drake Batherson all night long. Soppy with it now. Working that one around. A little crafty with it as Toronto tried to throw it up the boards. Nobody home to help him out, but nice job here by the Mooseheads to recover as Filip Zadina works to protect that puck. Gets a shot off, or at least tries to. It's back to the line now for McIsaac. McIsaac for Zadina. That one ripped just wide as McIsaac spotted Zadina all alone. Halifax pouring it on right now as Toronto will battle away down there. It'll be helped out by Otto Soppy as the Wildcats will play that one around the boards. Cooper Jones pinching low in the Moncton end. Now some room the other way though as Justin Barron will come we'll have to try to break up a potential 3-on-1 there. Out front now toward the slot for Anderson McDonald. McDonald back to the point. There's a shot kicked out by Dixon. McDonald will pick it up along the boards. He plays it back to the line. Aspero trying to throw it down low. Cooper Jones around the wall there for Barron. Up ahead now for Arnaud Durando. Durando gets the power. They'll leave it back there for the captain, Nick Welsh. Welsh now moving that one up ahead. And Patty Kite will dump that one right back down into the... right back out to neutral ice, rather, as we
shoot the puck. I mean, you talk about players who have just an elite weapon that can get them to the NHL, maybe all by itself, and McDonald has one of those shots.
9:56 to play here in the first. That'll be thrown up the gut in the Mooseheads end. Wildcats back on it here. Sopi applying a little pressure there, forcing Arsenault to turn back. Barboza pitching in at the Moncton blue line. Trying to keep this one alive for Halifax as it pops out to neutralize. Zadina dishing off now for Patty Kite. Sopi getting a stick on that dump in as it hit Mark Grammett Bauer. Zadina trying to knock that puck away as the Wildcats try to break out. Play down into the Moosehead corner. McRae was looking for it down there, but Xavier Perron will pick it up, and he starts wheeling. Kind of settling that one and taking it for a skate, as we've seen him do so many times. Minute 23 left on this penalty to Joel Bishop. Sopi tangled up with McDonald back there, and that's going to cost Anderson McDonald. That'll do it on this Moncton power play as it's dumped into the Wildcats end. Grammett Bauer whistle, so we'll head to center for this face-off. Making his way to the box now is Joel Bishop. So a booster juice power play here for Halifax. 40 seconds remaining on it as it's worked ahead for Grew. He'll play it just under the reach of Filip Zadina, who gives chase, takes a whack at that puck, helped out by Connor Moynihan as it's played up the right wing boards. Moynihan poking that one back to Fortier. With it now with Zadina, he'll rip one wide. Fortier looking for it. And McIsaac trying to jump up and keep that one in. A chance now the other way for Pataki. Pulling to the backhand and ringing it off the post as Pataki had a terrific opportunity shorthanded for Moncton.
Tough shift there. Jared McIsaac just got beat by Pataki, and the post bails out Man Dixon on that one.
Zadina with it now. Tries to center there, but kind of missed his target. Couldn't even find Patty Kite at the line. That'll be ripped in. They score. The Wildcats striking.
Anderson McDonald stepped out of the box and intercepted that pass. Picked it up, walked in 2-on-1 with Blackmore, and just found him, and Blackmore buries it for his first goal of the season.
Justin Barron's going to play this one up ahead for Filip Zadina. Over now for Arnaud Durando on the right side. Lets a shot go. That's wide. Trying to pinch in there. Again was McIsaac. Dumped into the
play on that one on the 2-on-1, but he's made a few nice saves when he's needed to so far.
Wildcats playing this one out to neutralize. And now into the Halifax end as Sear lets one go. That's off a stick and
for the later stage of this first period.
Sopi's going to win that one back for Barboza. Tried to work it cross ice for Kite, and that pass to Sopi didn't connect as the Wildcats will recover. That's off the skate of Durando. He'll play it up the right wing. Sopi giving chase now. Gets tangled up back there with Waringa. Back out now for Kite. He'll dish off for Durando. A shot. Sopi going to apply a little screen there in front as Waringa, chips it up the wall.
How about the speed of Max Fortier? He's just been so good this year.
A shot. They score. The Mooseheads strike first.
Well, that one just coming back to Filip Zadina right off of the face-off, and he has certainly not been afraid to shoot all year long. That one just coming right back to him. He was set up right behind the centerman at the top of that circling offensive zone. Puck right onto Zadina's stick. He walked into the slot and just wired it right underneath the pads of Grammett Bauer, and gives the Mooseheads a tie game here as we get set to head to the first intermission.
That game against Moncton last week, just the first time all season long that Zadina was held off the score sheet. A shot, they may have scored. The horn is on, the lights have periods of hockey, so he's been rolling for Halifax.
And he had another good chance there to get back on the board. His initial shot on that last play was stopped by Grammett Bauer. The rebound off of Zadina's shot kind of popping right out to Justin Barron at the top of the circle.
Sopi out there now with Durando and Zadina. As time ticks down here, Zadina will dump that one in. Mooseheads will have to clear the zone as Welsh has it down behind the net. Captain Welsh is going to dump that one all the way back down to the Halifax end. So an icing here late.
Shooting the puck, he's right near the top of the queue in terms of shot leaders.
Fortier is going to dump that one down toward the corner as time expires here. Bo Grew mixing it up down there. Little melee and the late going. This G. Blackmore with his first of the year for the Wildcats again. All tied up at 1 after the first. Lots of room out there here. Has had a few penalties handed out at the end of that period. Seitz and Grew picking up a couple of minors, so some 4-on-4 hockey here to start this middle frame. Soppy looking for it back there, leaving it for Filip Zadina. Soppy tries to set up. Zadina will take it back behind the net, trying to make his way around Nick Welsh. He'll skate back toward the point. Zadina circling around down the Wildcats end. He'll drop it off for Cheney. Cheney looking for Soppy. That's picked off by Aspero. He'll work it up the right boards for McKenna. In over the blue line. McKenna with it now. Going to get one toward the net. Cheney getting his stick in that lane, though. Now there's a chance in front. Blademan Dixon taking a little bit of abuse as Mika Sear tried looking for one in tight. Soppy down the right wing boards. Takes a bump along the wall from Aspero. Puck recovered here by the Wildcats. McKenna, he'll skate it through neutral ice.
So capable of jumping into the play and making things happen on the offensive side of the puck.
Patty Kite's confidence certainly coming around here as he adjusts to life in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Obviously a standout, playing
the top 4 core here for the Mooseheads and playing strong pretty much every night for Halifax.
Nick Welsh will play that up the left wing. Joel Bishop barreling down on him. As Jared McIsaac will take that one away. Plays it out to neutral ice. A bouncing puck gets over the stick of Nick Welsh. He'll come back to try to slow things down here, create some space. Plays it up the right wing for McDonald. Chipped up ahead for Dylan Seitz. Seitz toward the net. Nobody home there as that one goes wide. Bo Grew picking that one up for Halifax. Plays it up the right side for McIsaac. Back over for Grew. Bo Grew will chop that one down toward the Wildcats end. Grew giving chase back there. Takes a big bump along the wall from Welsh. As McDonald can't get that one out. Kept in by Barboza. Barboza has some room coming in. Lets a shot go. And a big save there for this breakout. Aspero, long pass up ahead. That one hit Durando as he was looking for Pataki. Barboza banks one off the boards for his partner, Patty Kite. Kite up ahead for Fortier, who's looking for Soppy. Soppy dishing off for Durando. There's a shot and a big glove save. As Grammet back.
Seen the wheels that some of the players in both of these teams have.
Nice win there by Soppy as he won it cleanly back for Zadina. Wasn't quite able to get that shot off. Blademan Dixon will stab one toward the corner there, and he'll be forced left. Soppy out to take that. He'll win it. Fast up ahead. Looking for it there is Zadina, but Tessier keeping it alive briefly. Soppy, though, will take it back the other way now for the Mooseheads. Dishes off for Durando. Back to Zadina. Little feed over there. There's a shot from the side. And he's got Soppy on him. Soppy giving him a little bump along the boards and pinning him momentarily. Cheney now moving this one up ahead just out of Durando's reach as it was swept away. Soppy playing it back for Cheney. Jocked and Cheney up the left side for Durando. Now a puck loose as Man Dixon coming out to play it, but Durando back to bail him out first. Durando able to work it up for Soppy. Tried to corral that puck, but it rolled away from him. Waringa on it now. He'll play it up the left side. Peltier getting a stick on that one as Man Dixon comes out to leave it for Jocked and Cheney. Cheney in transition here for Halifax as he'll skate it up, gets the red line, takes a bump there from Peltier, but dumps it deep. Grammet Bauer wraps it around the boards. Fresh and just off on the change was Xavier Perron, who dished one there for Lavoie, just teeing it up for him. Lavoie's shot ripped just wide as Perron looks for it, throws it out there. That'll be picked off by Peltier as the third and fourth.
Kind of making the life for the defenseman difficult, and did it on that play, and Welsh heads to the box for 2 on that hook.
Clean win on that draw from Sept as Arsenault played it around the boards. The Wildcats will flip it out to neutral ice. Giving chase down there was Sept as he tried to pressure Jonathan Cheney. And Dixon will leave it there for Cheney. Worked up the left side, now dished off onto the right side for Max Fortier. Fortier pulls up along the half wall, makes his way back toward the point. Fortier looking to set up, drops it off for Cheney, wants that one-timer. He'll leave it for Zadina, though. Zadina drops it off for Fortier. Over now for Cheney to Fortier. A shot, he scores! Max Fortier just unlocked.
Of the three for a big one-time bomb from Maxime Fortier to put the Mooseheads ahead.
And Fortier's 8th of the year has given Halifax their first lead of this game. And what a bomb it was. Just absolutely unloading there. Ripping that one-timer home, beating Mark Graham at Bauer to put Halifax on top 2-1. Zombie down toward the net. Over now for Zadina. Zadina looking backdoor there for Zombie. Comes back to the point to McKenzie. A great pass to Zadina. A shot and terrific save. Pretty terrific on that sequence. Gareth McDonald and Cameron McCachran back with you here for Dartmouth Dodge, Halifax Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Carried up ahead by Dylan Seitz. That'll be kicked out by Blademan Dixon as McKenzie looks for it. The battle down in the Mooseheads corner. Wildcats back in control now as comes back to the point. That shot ripped toward the net there by Jack Tucker. Lots of sticks digging away for it there as Seitz is on it. Dylan Seitz, free agent signing from Ontario. Played his first home game in Moncton last Wednesday against the Mooseheads. Now an opportunity for Durando coming in a low. That's a shot going. A big save there by Graham at Bowers. Arno Durando looked to strike to help pad this Mooseheads lead. Carried back the other way now by Seitz. He'll make his way toward the middle of the ice. Mooseheads back in control of this puck now as it was played up ahead for Zombie.
Have a partial break there for a great opportunity.
This power play is always brought to you by Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads. 10 seconds gone on that interference penalty to Anderson McDonald as Fortier will carry it in. Coming down the right side, Fortier with it. Still in control now as he makes his way behind the net, out to the point for Cheney, dished off for Zadina. Filip Zadina over there for Cheney, fakes the shot, steps in, lets a shot go. That was off of Nick Welsh, it looked like. Pataki will clear that one down into the Mooseheads end as Fortier comes back for it. Dunda on it first, though, as he bumped Max Fortier. Cheney recovering this puck for the Mooseheads. Tries to play it up ahead. And
no surprise, but he's really rolling out there.
Zadina with it now. His shot, he scores! Filip Zadina from the slot. It's a 3-1 hockey game.
How's that for deja vu?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Zadina from Zombie. How about that?
I mean, just the mirror image of the goal from the first period. Zombie wins that puck directly back to Zadina, who's standing at the top of the face-off circle. He juggles it, walks right out into the center of the ice, just takes a step or two towards the middle, and snaps it again, 5-hole on Graham Bauer. Just a carbon copy of goal number 1. Momentum perhaps out there with some physical play.
Colton McKenna now heading to the box as well, so another power play chance here for the Mooseheads. A Booster Juice power play. Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Mooseheads. Cheney working it over there for Zadina. Filip Zadina trying to dish off. That hit a stick as Jonathan Cheney does a great job to keep that one in momentarily. But Wildcats now able to relieve some pressure. They'll dump it out. Cheney bumping with Dunda down there. Those two getting tangled up as Dunda's stick comes way up. No penalty on that sequence. The fans don't like it. And Liam Dunda getting a little rough and chippy down in the Halifax zone here as the Mooseheads will carry it back. Zadina, some nifty moves there. What a feed to Fortier. Max Fortier just not quite able to settle that puck as Filip Zadina just his full repertoire of skills on display on that last sequence.
What a game so far. This has just been exciting from start to finish.
He will come up to retrieve it here, making his way up the ice. Ahead now for Zadina. Zadina looking to complete the hat trick here this evening. He's got a pair already as he tried to spot Jared McKenzie. McKenzie dished off for Zadina. Zadina making his way in now. Lets a shot go. That's off the stick of LeCoutre.
I'm sure he's got that on the mind as we go into this third.
A shot from the point there from Cheney. It'll be cleared out to neutral ice now as Anderson McDonald knocks it down the boards. Cheney quickly up ahead now for Durando. Durando busting down the middle. Lets a shot go. Big save there for Mark Grammet-Bauer.
Part to really put the Mooseheads in kind of a stranglehold lead in this one as we head into the third.
Chipped around the boards now as Kite will play it over for his partner Barboza up the right wing. Instead of the reach there, Durando. That one will be poked away from Durando as it looked like he may have had a little bit of room. Zadina's going to play it up ahead. LeCoutre back there for the Wildcats now making their way through neutral ice. Couple of moves here from Pataki as tries to attack the Moosehead end. Filip Zadina stripping that one away. Little chop pass over there for Durando as he comes down the left wing. Lets one rip. Justin Barron keeps it alive at the point. Work down low there for Durando. Back to the line for Cheney. A shot from the point. Dundas just going to knock that one back there for LeCoutre. He's got Durando chasing after him. LeCoutre trying to skate that one out. Had a turnover as Barron tries to pass it over for Jonathan Cheney. Laid it right into a Moncton stick, though, as Cheney will have to come back to settle that one down. Barron's long pass up ahead for Zadina doesn't connect, so icing the call. 14 back in the Moncton end. Shots right now, 24-21 in favor of the Mooseheads, who lead 4-1 here as we approach the midway point of this final period. Barboza, partner pass for Patty Kite. He'll flip it up the right wing boards. Joel Bishop laying a check on Aspero around the penalty box. Patty Kite flips it up the wall. That was picked off, though. Sampi now. He's in over the blue line. Sampi dishing off for Zadina. Zadina reaching for it. Kind of losing an edge there, but Patty Kite will keep it in at the point. Over for Barboza. Shot just wide as Zadina's on it. Back to the point now for Kite. He'll let one go. Was looking for the redirect from Perron. Perron battling down there. Dished over now. We're looking for Kite. Wildcats back in control as it's flipped out to neutral ice. And now some room for Zadina, and he's hit hard there as he was lined up by LeCoutre. And Zadina in some obvious discomfort after that big check. And that is absolutely not what the Mooseheads want to see. And McKenna, a big scrap now. We've got Cooper Jones going with McKenna, and a big size difference there for Cooper Jones. But Cooper Jones not backing down, taking a few shots to the head, still throwing some, and a shot while he's down. But Colton McKenna just giving him all kinds of lumber to the back as Jones was already down, and Cooper Jones getting right back up and dropping the mitts with big Colton McKenna as things start to escalate here in the third period.
And a big ovation here for Cooper Jones, as you said. Size mismatch on that one. Filip Zadina took a real heavy shot. A nice pass by Xavier Perron in the neutral zone, just kind of to poke it loose for Zadina, who had a full head of steam. He picked it up and tried to cut towards the center of the ice, and then just took that big thundering check, and Jones jumped in. McKenna was kind of giving it to Jones while he was down on the ice. It was LeCoutre who made the initial hit on Zadina, who was just, again, cutting through kind of the trolley tracks and took that hit from LeCoutre. But some hostilities kind of erupted from that, and Jones got into it with Colton McKenna. Two McKennas on this squad, and Colton McKenna, obviously a big difference in size. McKenna's 6'2", 190. Jones just 5'8", 167, and I would even say that 5'8" might be a bit of liners. Really trying to be the next to get a goal after Justin Barron was the first Halifax defender to get find the back of the net on Saturday night. Lots of activity from them so far.
And that shot coming way up there on the official, and now Connor Moynihan looking to go at it with Arsenault after he took a late bump. We heard a big cheer from the crowd as Filip Zadina made his way back onto the ice. So Moosehead faithful obviously very happy to see their 11th overall CHL import pick back on the ice. And Zadina again looking all right. There was a big check though right out there.
Yeah, obviously, I'd say Moynihan looking for a measure of retribution against Lekutra after that hit on Zadina. Threw a clean check along the wall, and Arsenault took they were just getting around to announcing the first set of penalties with the fight between Jones and McKenna. Jones picked up a cross check there. Xavier Perron got an unsportsmanlike call on that set of plays as well, and still waiting to hear what Bishop went off for in that last sequence.
Carried up ahead now by Nicholas Welsh, the captain of the rear. Sure, fans and coaching staff and his teammates alike breathing a sigh of relief as Zadina looks to be doing okay after, again, a heavy hit from Simon Lekutra just a few moments ago. Patty Kite, and Jared McIsaac on the blue line right now for this Halifax team. And Patty Kite missing his check there, went into the boards awkwardly. Zadina has this one at the blue line. Cuts his way into the Moncton end. Pulling up. Nice pass over for Patty Kite. Patty Kite stepping in and letting one go. But just getting the post there was the Mooseheads defenseman, as he looks to be just the second Moosehead of the year to score a goal. Almost did so there.
Yeah, the Mooseheads have been lacking in terms of goals from their defenders, and Patrick Kite has been a guy who's been challenging.
He'll just flip that one in as Nicholas Welsh comes back to pick it up here for Moncton. Nicholas Welsh up the right wing. Hudson's going to play that one off the boards to himself. Knocks it down behind the net. Jockton Cheney back there for Halifax. Around the boards, Barron on this puck. Up now for Durando. He's got Sampi with him. Up ahead for Sampi. Sampi coming in. Shoots that one just wide. Durando following up on that one as Otto Sampi had a terrific opportunity to make this a 6-1 game. Back the other way now come the Wildcats. McRae shooting that one. That hit a body. As Jockton Cheney jumping up. Moves this one up ahead for Sampi. Otto Sampi coming down the right side. Got tangled up there with a stick. Sampi up the boards. That doesn't connect as the Wildcats will take it back the other way. Arsenault leaving it ripped toward the net there by Dunda. A scramble in front of the net as Sampi will clear that one all the way out. An icing call coming up here to the Mooseheads. 5:52 remaining in this third period. The Herd on top. Mooseheads leading 5-1 as time starts to tick away here. Jockton Cheney gonna punch that one up the board. Zadina will work it ahead now for Durando. Durando kind of took a little bump there. Brett Crosley heading off now for the change as decision battles with Lekutra. Puck just frozen down in the Moncton corner. Filip Zadina trying to strip that one away as it's worked out to neutralize. Barron up ahead was looking for Zadina there. But Lekutra will play that one off the boards. And Dunda's going to work that one right into the stick of Durando. Dancing in. Durando making his way, and he'll draw a penalty. Let's win 5-1.